I'm not gonna make intro this time around. I just feel a little bit let down from this film. Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Wonder Woman 1984 just came in select theaters and at home on HBO Max. What did I think of this film? Well, you had to watch to find out, or just skip to the end to see my percentage on this film. Anyways, I want to point out that this film was kind of a letdown to me, because like this and Tenet were the only films I'm like really getting excited about. And they finally come out, and I'm like, well, a little bit disappointed. Tenet is a great film. It's just that it's a letdown from Christopher Nolan. Wonder Woman 1984, on the other hand, isn't so much a good film. It's just a letdown in general. But before I go and say, oh, this is crap, I want to talk about some good pointers. Hans Zimmer doing the music was incredible for this film. The music score was one of my favorites from this year, and one of my favorite DCEU scores of all time. That's a big pointer, because I do love original scores all the way, and this one was great. There were a lot of great sequences inside of this film, such as the car chase scene with Wonder Woman, Chris Pine, Steve Trevor, I think his name is, and Pedro Pascal. Great chase scene, love the colors. There was one thing that was weird throughout the whole film, was the visual effects. No, they're not bad, they're just really weird. Like the colors and the lighting's really weird, but I'm not saying I don't like them. I think they were trying to go with an 80s vibe there, and I understand it. So I really appreciate that anyways. I do appreciate the 80s vibe of the whole entire film as it is. Like the hairstyling, some of the music. There's actually not, I'll get into the music later, but yes, the music, the cars, the colors of the film, all great 80s style, and I do appreciate that. My last thing that I'm going to say about this film that's good, there's a couple more things that are probably good about it that I just forgot about, but the one last thing I like about this and many other DCEU films is that they show the aftermath of this in the real world. Like, for say in Aquaman, the pollution going into the water. Batman v Superman, what Superman does to the buildings when he flies through them and breaks them down, crashes on everyone, kills them all. I love that. And this film did that exact same thing with like the nukes happening. When you watch it, you'll understand. With the nukes happening, all of that mixed and mashed together, and it turned out pretty well done inside of this film. But anyways, I don't want to make this a long video, so I'm going to go into the bad next. So the bad about this film, oof, there were some rough bits. The first big thing is that Cheetah. I did not like Cheetah's character in this at all. It just felt really messy. Like, it feels like Spider-Man 3, you know, when you had too many villains. I like Pedro Pascal's villain, but I do not like Cheetah's villain. It just feels so odd, misplaced, and even the costume design and the visuals for her weren't that good. She was way too weak for that ending final battle. It just went on for too long and didn't feel right. Her character didn't feel placed in the right area. That being said, I did like Pedro Pascal as the real main villain of the whole movie. He had like a good relationship with his son and everything. Love that. Didn't love Cheetah. Moving on to another bad thing, we didn't get as much 80s as I wanted in this film, especially that 80s synth music. It is incredible. It's probably gonna be inside of this video in the background. You can probably hear it sometimes, like it's louder than most, but I do love the 80s synth so much. Some of my favorite music come from that. And it was a little bit, not even a little, it was a big disappointment that this film didn't have much of that 80s synth music. Very big letdown. Not saying that Hans Zimmer music was bad, just saying that was a very big letdown from the film itself. Seeing like the trailers, they had all the 80s synth music. I'm like, oh, this is gonna be good. I thought this might be my favorite DCEU film. Nope. Another bad thing about this film is that it didn't go to Wonder Woman's homeland as much as it should have. I like the starting sequence, you know, when she's a kid and everything, but that was only like 10 minutes of 2 hours and 30 minutes. I feel like they could have made it a little bit longer there, just make it a little bit more interesting, because I do love that area. What's it called, the Amazon, or I don't know what it's called, but it's just such a beautiful island, and I wish that we got to see more of it. I hope we get to see more of it in the Zack Snyder Justice League cut, and I bet you we will. But that's, you know, me. Another bad thing about this film is it dragged on for way too long. 2 hours and 30 minutes could have been cut down to a 2 hour film, 2 hour and 10 minute film. Just cut it down a little, because it felt like it just dragged on for so bloody long. It felt like Tenet. It just felt a little bit like a drag on and just didn't feel interesting. You know, you just lost interest because it wasn't that mesmerizing, you know? Seeing Wonder Woman fly isn't mesmerizing to me. It's just like, why? Why would she fly in this film? I don't know, but she did. I just feel there is a lot of things they hit that was good, but a lot of things they missed or tried to hit and just failed their attempt so badly. Such as Cheetah. Not saying this is a bad film. Alright, now I don't want to keep you here watching me review Wonder Woman for this long, because I want you to go watch it and think about it yourself and give your own score, you know? My score for this film is going to be a 66 out of 100. Now that is a decent score in my opinion. Not bad, not good either. Sadly, this was a letdown. Alright, thanks for watching. Please subscribe, leave a like. I'll see you in my soul review coming soon.